Well, top of the afternoon, everybody. It is afternoon. One of the earliest times we started Material Issues in recent memory, although last week was a little early as well. But welcome. It's Sunday night. It's Sunday afternoon. Live at Material Issues. I'm Mark Hershberger of Pop Detective Records. Yes, you see one big screen with me on it right now because my co-host, Mr. David Bash, the president of the International Pop Overthrow Music Festival, is currently live at the Cavern Club for International Pop Overthrow, the Cavern, Liverpool, England. Yeah, he's been doing the festival the entire week from last weekend through this weekend. So this is the final night for the festival. But David will be checking in live. He's going to have, actually, he should be with us shortly. He's going to have an interview with one of the bands playing tonight. I'm sure he's going to show us some bands playing live on stage. Maybe he'll take us for a tour of the Cavern, but he is going strong. This is the final night of, I don't know how many nights he did this. Is this like 8, 10, 9, 10 straight nights for International Pop Overthrow Liverpool? So David's going to check in. We will see him at any moment. I don't know when. He'll just kind of pop up and it'll be like, hey, there he is. But in the interim, my daughters, Hannah and Leah, will join us after a while just to talk about some music and play some sisters trivia and have a good time here on a beautiful day in South Jersey. I mean, we hovered around 75 with a light breeze and plenty of sunshine. Just a perfect day here in South Jersey. And what have I been doing recently? Of course, the new Paul McCartney album, The Boys of Dungeon Lane, just came out on Friday. Would love to know your thoughts on that. I've listened to it through about 3 complete times. I don't know. Yeah, I obviously I'm a Beatles nut. I love all the Beatles. I've always been a Harrison fan with the solo work, but you know, I've loved so much of McCartney's stuff, solo and with Wings. But in the later years here, it just doesn't do a whole lot for me. I can't really put my finger on why. I'm not going to go the route of everybody saying he's 84 and getting too old. He can make music as long as he wants to make music. It's absolutely fine. But I listened to this album a couple times and nothing really jumps out at me. Nothing makes me go, wow. You know, I think he's tried some, I don't know, things that are not normally in his wheelhouse as far as sounds are concerned. Just saw an interview today where he was talking about the opening track and how he kind of found a chord that he had no idea what the chord was, and for the opening chord sequence, and played through that. And it's interesting, you know, how he figured that out. But I don't know, the lyrically, I just don't think it's that strong. He's already done the sentimental stuff with the Beatles, so that the track about singing about his past, I forget what it's called. I have it in front of me here, but I don't know. Mountaintop, decent track. I like that track a little bit, but most of the stuff on the album really didn't make me want to really dig in and listen to it a lot. I gave it a couple tries, didn't do much for me. So I'd love to know your thoughts on the new Paul McCartney album and whether you're digging it or not. Yeah, as we said, David's live at the Cavern Club. If you've never been to Liverpool and the Cavern, this is kind of what it looks like now. That's a picture I took from a number of years ago. I don't think Flair's nightclub is there anymore. Some of the things to the left, but the Cavern Club is not really the original Cavern Club. The original was opened in 1957 as a jazz club, and then 1973, the original Cavern Club was kind of demolished and filled in with all the bricks and whatnot for a ventilation shaft for a railway. That never got built. So in 1984, they kind of rebuilt the cavern. using 70% of the original site and as many of the original bricks as they could. So it's, it's very close to where it was. It is underground. It's using original bricks. It's designed in the original way. I've been there a couple times with IPO festivals. It's very cool. So if you ever get the chance to go to Matthew Street, the Cavern Club is where IPO is being held right now. And then across the street, there's a place called the Cavern Pub, which is a street level bar, and they'll have bands playing there as well. But speaking of bricks, across from the Cavern Club, all around the Cavern Pub, is the Cavern's Wall of Fame. And if you look at here, you'll see David, and he's pointing to a brick that says David Bash IPO Festival, and all the other bricks, which are hundreds all over this wall. The wall goes farther to the left of where he's pointing. It goes above him, goes up pretty high. They're all bands or artists who have played at the Cavern, and David's actually the only non-band or musical artist to have a brick at the Cavern. His brick is right there, right above Steven Van Zandt. You can't see right next to the left, but it does say Clem Burke of Blondie fame. Rest in peace, Clem. And here's a picture of David and his wife Rena holding a memorial copy of the brick that he was allowed to take home and put on his wall. But behind him, you'll see all the bands. You'll see above to the left, it says Beatles, and George is there, Pete's there. Of course, Paul, John, Ringo all have theirs. But the Rolling Stones played there. Every act that played there. Actually, there's Brian Epstein. Maybe he's a non-musician, but the Hollies over here to the right of Rita's shoulders, the Zombies, just everybody who played, tons of people. But David's got his own brick, which is very cool. It's the Cavern Club, Cavern Pub wall. And if you're ever on a tour of England and you make it down Liverpool or up to Liverpool, Cavern Club is a great destination. They have Beatle acts, tribute acts playing a lot, I guess almost nightly. That's kind of the thing. The front stage, which kind of looks like the iconic stage that the Beatles always played, is a recreation. And it's really great. David for IPO Festival uses a much bigger backstage. So there's two stages. You do go down like 2 flights of steps to get underground to the cavern. It's very cool. Of course, the modern day cavern is air conditioned and more comfortable than what the original cavern was. Which, when the Beatles played there 292 times, I think I wrote down. The Beatles played the cavern 292 times. It didn't even actually sell alcohol at first. It was just a coffee and soda bar, and people went there just to hear the music and have a little coffee, have a little soda. But it's not like modern day nightclubs where there's a lot of drinking going on. But very cool history. Liverpool in general, with all the music history. Of course, you have the Beatles Museum down by the Albert Dock, where a lot of original instruments and clothing and documents. It's very cool. And just walking around the Albert Dock is it's just a neat thing to do if you are a Beatles fan or just a music fan. Matthew Street is great. All of the surrounding Liverpool area, the cathedral there in Liverpool is beautiful. I'd highly recommend it. And David might be checking in. Hold on.
There.
Hey, look at that.
Can you hear me, Mark?
Yes, I can hear you. All good.
It's all right. Let me see if I can do. Yeah, there you go. This is my new friend Roz. Say hi to Mark.
Hello, Roz. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
He's
Nice.
great. Mark is quite the charmer.
Yeah, that's so. It's all.
Are Hannah and Leah joining?
They will join in a little bit. Yes, they'll join in a little
All right,
bit.
good.
How you doing, man? How's things going backstage at the?
Everything's gone great, and I'm much more alert now than I was last week when we tried to do this.
Right, indeed. Good. You're on your final night, right?
What?
You're on your final night.
On the final night, home stretch.
Nice. Very good.
Let
What's
me see
going
if
on
I
this
can get
evening?
some guys from the next the band who just played on.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, there's Wayne. It's the band called the Restless Souls. This is Wayne who played trumpet, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Bass. What do I know?
Close, close.
Say hi. This is Mark from Material Issues.
Oh,
Good to
wow.
see you.
Hello, Mark.
How
They
you
were
doing?
great. I
How you
mean, this
doing?
band
Yeah.
was amazing.
Good
And
to
this is
see you.
LJ. Yeah.
Hi.
Well, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Well, I'm much better now that you're on the screen instead of
Oh.
everybody else. How you doing?
Well, you're looking very dapper, my darling.
He,
You
Love
know,
the glasses.
he's a charmer. If you get anywhere near him,
Lovely to meet you. Bye.
oh yes, of course. And
Hi, how's it going?
this is just the Keith Moon of the band, apparently. What's your name again?
Harry.
Harry. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is Mark, my podcast partner.
Harry, how you
Going
doing?
live to Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, I see. Cool.
Where's David?
He's still on the stage.
Still on the stage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just sit here for a bit then until. So yeah, things have gone really great this week. We sold out almost all of our T-shirts, which is very important to me. And the bands have been wonderful, and yeah, everything's been awesome. But here's the man, David Stevenson, of the main man of the Restless Souls, who just played International Pop Overthrow.
Hi guys.
His name's Mark.
Hello Mark, how you doing? Mark?
David,
Okay?
how are you, my friend? How was the show?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, it's just sounding great. I've just got such a wonderful band of musicians, and I'm very, very blessed to have such amazing vocalists, great horn players, great drummer, great bassist. I mean, what can I say? You know, they make me sound good.
People are telling me that the sound on the stage is fantastic this year. What did you think as far as
I thought it's absolutely perfect. I mean, the sound guy here, the sound guys actually, and lady that was earlier. I mean, the top rows here. You know, it's a great venue. It's outstanding. As soon as we hit the stage, it was just sounding amazing. You know, so yeah, the Cavern's a brilliant venue to play. It's just got soul in the walls, you know, and all the bands that have played here. Just an incredible venue, you know.
where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
So we're all Brummies basically, you know, pretty much. So we're all heading are in and around Birmingham. So you think Black Sabbath, you think all the great bands, Moody Blues,
You think Idle Race and
Duran Duran, Ocean Colour Scene.
Yeah.
A little bit further, just into the West Midlands, you've got Led Zeppelin. So you take your pick, you know.
Yeah, really.
they did a mean version of Curtis Mayfield's "Move On Up."
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And I also have to
Nice.
say, in one of the other songs you did, that backstabbers lift.
Yeah.
You probably a lot of people didn't get that, but I'm old enough to where I can.
Yeah. We're channeling so many influences here, you know, in the rest of Souls. We've got jazz, we've got soul, we've got a kind of bit of indie, we've got kind of a little bit of Britpops. We're channeling the 60s. Really, my template for this band really is it's kind of rock and soul, really. You know, so if you think Humble Pie, if you think The Faces, but then put right up to date with the Style Council and that kind of stuff with the horns. You know, so we're channeling a lot of stuff here, really. But you look at my band are a band of jazzers, really. You know, they're all jazz players and outstanding players. You know, so I'm very, very blessed to have them.
Do you have an album out?
Yeah, I can tell you a bit about that actually, because so I'm just about. Funny enough, I'm recording. I've been recording, and I'm about to mix and master 2 tracks for release in August and September.
Nice.
And they've actually been mixed and mastered at Abbey Road in London. So
Very
I'm again
nice.
very
All right.
privileged to be able to work at Abbey Road on these tracks. But as well as my live band being amazing, I'm very privileged to actually play with some really amazing studio players. And I've got Steve White's from the Style Council, Paul Weller's band. He played with The Who at Live 8. Yolanda Charles, who's played on Mick Jagger's album, B.B. King, Robbie Williams, Squeeze, you know, you name it, Yolanda. Yolanda played on You Did Something to Me by Paul Weller.
You got
And
some
then
players.
I've got the trombonist from Specials working with us. I've got a trumpet player that works with Brand New Heavies. And I've got a very young keyboard player who's an outstanding talent. He's working with Louis Tomlinson. He's Louis' kind of residence keyboard player. So I've got a nice mix of kind of ages and styles, you know, but all in the roots and soul and jazz, really. And just great music, you know. It doesn't have to be categorized, really, I guess, you know.
No, man, we're just looking forward to it. So
I better go on stage so I can introduce the next band.
All right, David.
You
Yeah.
got the right guy to interview. That's for sure. That's it.
No,
And
that was great.
yeah,
That was fantastic.
we'll be back.
Yeah, that was great,
Okay,
man.
we'll see you soon, David. Thank you so much.
Awesome. David's now walking from the backstage area to the stage area of the backstage cavern.
Cool. I just want to
Turn this around. Once they're ready to go, we'll turn it around so that.
Yeah, this is always the cool shot.
One, two. Yep, perfect.
Once the band's ready to go, you got to introduce the next band. He'll turn it around and show you the crowd that's in the backstage.
All right.
Very cool. Here we go.
You're at the International Pop Overthrow Music Festival. This is day number 8 of 8 here at the World Famous Cavern Club and Cavern Club. Year number 22 for us. And we happen to be live to Facebook and YouTube. I co-host a podcast called Material Issues. Got my co-host Mark here. Everyone, let's say hello to the world.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the Cavern Club crowd on a Sunday night for International Pop Overthrow. Where are you, Mark?
I'm right here.
All right, you're here. You can't, doing this over the phone is weird. But anyway, I've got a great young band for you from Sunderland, and I have to thank Roger Gisborne. He's an old friend who I know from Los Angeles, who manages a lot of bands. We had one called the Silverados that were on a few days ago, and now this one. And as you can see, maybe you can see, they're a well-dressed bunch of lads. And anytime a young band does anything resembling rock and roll with melody, you have to love that. And I've heard so many good things, so I think it's time to let them play. Would you please give a huge welcome to Swindle? All right, I'm going to bring it out to the crowd now.
Nice. Yeah, this is great.
Okay. Excuse me, sorry.
That's brilliant.
Thanks again, David.
Oh, thank you, David.
Nice crowd. Nice crowd.
After that, I'm gonna sign out so I can take a video of them, and then I'll come back in.
Yep. Come back in. I'll be on with my daughters. I see the back of Jeremy's head. See the guy bending over right there with the hat on? That's our good friend Jeremy from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and the Jeremy Band. Jeremy, if you watch this in the archives, we saw the back end of you. Jeremy's done some legendary things at the cavern. This is a great shot.
As if I was made for to attempt fresh starts. It didn't take you long to rip me apart. Took my fancy clothes, the reflection in holes, the looking to treat me the same. And there's a world beginning, you got it all, making you believe it. The quicker it goes, the looking to treat you the same. When we got it all, feel free. Is that what life's about? To live and live. When we got it all, feel free. Is that what life's about? To live and live. Love will still treat you the same. 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 When you got it all, still breathing, is that what life's about? To live it down when you got it all, still breathing, is that what life's about?
Speaking. But you're not.
Thank you.
My daughters are in the queue. I see my daughters down there. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Leah. David's live from the cavern right now. Backstage. There's a band called Swindled from Sundry. Just started their set.
Well, that was Swindled without their drummers, but you get to hear their vocals, which were absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm gonna take off, and I'm just gonna hit the leave button rather than the end. So it should just get me out of here, and then I'll sign back in when I can.
All right, buddy. Enjoy. All right, let's get me back in here. David is live from the Cavern Club. He may pop back in, but in the interim, as promised, my daughters Hannah and Leah are going to join me now. We're going to play a little round 2 of Sisters Trivia and see if Leah can come back from her defeat last week to Hannah 10-7. But here they are, Hannah and Leah from Orlando, and Zane. Zane is making an appearance.
Hello.
Zaney boy, how you guys doing?
We're good.
And David is live from the cavern. You saw an act on right now. He had an interview backstage with another band earlier, so he's much more peppier than last Sunday when he had jet lag and
Well, that's good.
and whatnot. So, but tonight's the final night of IPO Liverpool. So he'll, if he pops back on live, we'll go right to him, and then we'll pick up from wherever we are. Have you thought about dinner tonight? What are you gonna do?
Probably just some leftovers. I made some pasta with meat sauce last night.
No, that's always good for a leftover. I stopped at Arnie's in Cherry Hill, and shout out to Arnie's. Got a couple things for a couple nights. But hey, last week I asked you about your favorite Beatles tracks, and we talked about that briefly. And actually, those clips got a lot of likes and comments from people. Which and I said, David, Hannah and Leah got more likes and comments than we get. He goes, well, they're a whole lot better looking than we are. That's probably why. But let me ask you something. I grew up in the 60s, and I obviously grew up with the Beatles and all the 60s bands. And then, of course, primarily in the 70s when I became in my teens and fell in love with a lot of the glam and the punk rock and things like that. But, you guys are, it's no secret, who cares about age? You're 31 and 27. Those are my daughters. So your teenage years from 14 onward, it's not been that long ago. What were some bands that you guys were really into growing up? And I'm not talking like artists like Britney Spears or Taylor Swift. I'm talking bands. Like we talked about Beatles. I know I took you to see some of your favorite stuff in Philadelphia, but what are some of your memories of, I guess that would be the 2010s area?
We just talked about one last
I
night.
was going to say, we just kind of had this conversation a little bit last night over band versus, we were talking about how one's a band, one's not, like a boy band, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Well,
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is the One Direction era,
Right.
but they aren't like a playing of the instrument band.
I was talking about before you exit.
Oh, yeah. But then we were saying that like 5 Seconds of Summer got big from One Direction, but they were an actual playing of the instrument band.
Right.
And they're still big now. Like they're coming to the Kia Center where Leah
Oh,
works.
nice. Yeah. Are they still the same guys or?
Yeah, it's all the same.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, they're all there.
They're just like a different.
They're
vibe.
more emo now. They're more dark grunge now.
Mhm.
Well, you know, when I was going to clubs in the early 80s, one of my favorite bands at the time was Depeche Mode, and their early stuff was very dance poppy, just can't get enough. I just can't, you know, but they really didn't make a big name for themselves until they went dark. Their music became, you know, real moody and dark and, you know, personal Jesus and things like that. And then they got just huge worldwide. So, you know, bands grow, they do different things. That's one of the things that I love about the Beatles is they started off, you know, I want to hold your hand. And they ended up, you know, with Sgt. Pepper and then Abbey Road. And of course, Let It Be was after that, but that was before Abbey Road. But, you know, they grew.
But yeah, but I think like, so like there was like the One Direction 5 Seconds of Summer, like their level of popularity.
Yeah.
But then we had, I don't know if we can call it like the tier BC bands of the time, but like we had like a core, like 4 bands that we listened to on repeat. Dad, like, you know, yeah, like Hollywood Ending. Hollywood Ending.
Yeah.
Was huge. Before You Exit.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
Before You
We
Exit.
talked about them last
Yeah, we did just talk about them last night because they're from Orlando. And All-Star Weekend was kind of they all looked up to. That was one of my favorite bands. And then I'd probably like the Vamps were up there too.
Are the Vamps still? I remember you loved the Vamps a lot.
I don't think they like write anymore together. I know that the lead singer, he's still a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
But I think the other 2 are like in a band themselves now, but I don't think they're together anymore.
Right.
But yeah, I would say out of all of them, the Vamps were the biggest out of all of them, but All-Star Weekend hit like a pretty big level of popularity in the early 2010s, which kind of like started that whole, I don't want to call them boy bands, but boy bands. Like, you know, like boy bands like that became popular. So
well, it's interesting because you still call the bands boy bands, even though when most people, especially my age, think about a boy band, we think about like non-instrument playing, really.
Right.
Like,
that's what I
One
was trying to.
Direction, O-Town, they're still around. They're gonna be playing over here
They have never stopped touring.
They're over here on the Cooper River waterfront this summer.
Yeah. They're going to be playing Downtown Celebration in the summer. I sent you that link. Yeah.
Now, early on when David was just interviewing the first band backstage, I don't know if you were on to see that, but it's a Northern Soul band out of Birmingham, and they were talking about their new album that they're working on. Be coming up in September or so, but playing keyboards on the album is Louis Tomlinson's keyboard player. So there's the One Direction connection for you right there. Pretty interesting.
But yeah, I guess, yeah, we listened to a lot of those kind of those bands. I mean, those were my whole life, our whole lives.
Someone's checking in. Tyler, Click 5 were considered a boy band, but were excellent. Yeah.
Click 5, I've actually seen the Click 5 about 3 times in concert. I saw when the original singer was in the band and then had that whole controversy, and then the second singer came, and I personally liked the second lead singer better. Just the Girl was that song was the song of the early, I don't know, 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
Though they are an instrumental band.
But you wonder why a lot of those bands that did play their own instruments live, like Hollywood Ending, Before You Exit, Click 5, you know, that kind of stuff. I understand why One Direction and O-Town and all those things were boy bands, because they were just focused on their image, their singing, nothing else. But I'm curious why bands, young, because they were young and played their own instruments, why they were still considered boy bands. Because if they were around in 1967, they wouldn't have been called a boy band. They would have
Right.
just been called a band.
I think another big difference is the bands that we listened to they wrote their own music. They didn't have people that were writing their songs like One Direction, or honestly 5 Seconds of Summer was so big. I doubt that they really wrote all of their own stuff.
Yeah.
Well, when they get really big like that, you don't really know what is behind the scenes and how much they really wrote. Just like Taylor. I understand everybody says Taylor Swift writes her own stuff, but she writes her own ideas. And somebody else like Max Martin writes the stuff, really. But anyhow, Andy Hartley just checked in. His band played IPO Liverpool and the Cavern Pub. So good to see you, Andy. I saw some of that live on David's feed. Hope you had a great time. But these are my daughters, Hannah and Leah. They're in Orlando, Florida. Hannah.
And I just wanted to mention that I know a lot of it's coming back. That I think what we don't have like nowadays. I mean, I don't really know because I'm not super big into like the younger bands, but we would have those like festivals we would go to that would have like, it wasn't like a,
Coachella.
like a Coachella. That's not what I meant. I meant like a one day, at a Six Flags, they had like 10 younger up and coming bands or singers play. And that's where we found all of those bands. Or like All-Star Weekend, whenever they toured, they had like 4 openers.
Right. Yeah.
Now things are everything is for like clout now. So like no one we don't really have those kind of,
and like you could just after the show just or
meet,
like in between acts just meet that
meet
artist,
them,
that
get
just
to
was
know
on.
them. You like developed a relationship because you were able to like go up to them. And now with everything in security and like people worrying about what goes on, especially since the Christina Grimmie shooting, that's what changed everything.
But throughout the 60s and then 70s, and of course when I was out about late 70s into the 80s, bands that came over from the UK or whatnot, you'd see them in a small club, Philadelphia, all the way up the Jersey coastline into New York City, and you'd go see them. They'd come down and have a drink at the bar, and you got to know these people. And then 6 months later, they're playing the Spectrum, in front of 40,000 people, and they're untouchable. But we talk to people all the time on the show about the fact that there's not those small venues anymore that touring acts can come to, especially in Philadelphia. There are medium-sized venues that bands can play, but a band like Hollywood Ending or Before You Exit, they can't sell enough for big venues. I mean, or medium-sized venues. So they got to have the small places. And those places are disappearing, and that's a problem. Which means those bands don't tour. If they don't tour, then they don't play those little festivals with 5 or 6 bands. I
mean, that was always the best. Like we had the best times growing, like in our teenage years, going to those shows. And Dad, you went to some, you dropped us off.
Met so many people that are actually like still big and around now.
Yeah, like
Jordan
Fisher. He's the voice of a major song for like Disney World parks, and we met him like long time ago before he was anything. So it's like it's very cool that now he's a huge Broadway star.
Even just Before You Exit still write music for like big time stars.
Yeah, Before You Exit they're not a band, but them as individuals are very successful. They're huge songwriters for like Rihanna and like random people.
Question just came in. Did you guys see the Michael Jackson film?
Yes.
What did you think?
It was so
My
good.
jaw was like the whole time.
It was really well done.
I need to see it again. My friend down here has seen it 10 times.
Why was your reaction that way, Leah?
Oh my God. I just thought he did such a good job playing Michael. And I learned a lot throughout the movie. And I just
there was so much I didn't know.
It felt like it was Michael on the screen.
Yeah.
Like I didn't grow up. Like I didn't.
That's what I heard. That what relation is he to Michael Jackson? Nephew. They said he had no prior acting experience.
No, and
he did really, really well in portraying. Did you see it, Tyler? Did you see the film? What did you think? I have not seen it. I'll probably wait till it makes its way to.
Oh, Dad,
I would say, Dad, it was we liked the Elvis movie with Austin Butler.
Yeah.
Right.
This was better.
So good.
And that one was excellent.
And he sang too. His nephew sang a few of the songs himself. which
Yeah. Well, see, yeah, I know. There was a podcast I listened to. Shout out to 1000 Greatest Misses, which they're playing. They're on episode number 900 and something, but they're playing the 1000 greatest songs that did not crack the top 100. And when you hear them, Tyler says he hasn't seen it yet, waiting for streaming. Me too. When you hear them, you're like, these are fantastic songs. Well, they get into conversations though as well, but they're like, they both saw the Michael Jackson film, and one of the two hosts says, loved it. Michael Jackson I consider him a genius. I consider him up there with, John Lennon and da 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 da. And then the other host is like, I don't consider him a genius. He goes, well, come on. And he goes, because he didn't play any instruments, or but he went into the studio and he would go, I want this to sound exactly like this. That he heard it in his head.
Yeah.
And then made
I think
play.
his genius comes a lot with his able to like his performance abilities, like the way he performs on stage, like is very captivating. Like he's just talented in that sense. Mm-hmm. And the movie really portrayed that, like how good he was on the stage and with his fans.
Well, yeah, and the argument the one co-host of that show was making was like when he thinks of genius, he thinks of Freddie Mercury, who could not only captivate an audience on stage, but he could play the piano, he could write the music, he could write he did it all. So he puts Freddie Mercury in a class above Michael Jackson. I get it. Michael Jackson, extremely talented, the whole Jackson family, whatnot. But I get the argument that he was great in a certain aspect, but I wouldn't put him at quite the top level as far as overall. But I'm looking forward to seeing the movie.
I think you'll really like it, Dad. I mean, I learned so much about his upbringing that I had no idea.
Oh, that's a big part of the backstory too, is how rough that was. What are they doing with doggies? Doggies having a good time?
It's like falling asleep.
Well, yeah, I wanted to ask you about some of that. I mean, are there any, because like I talk to people all the time, there hasn't been a band, an actual self-contained guitar, bass, band, keyboard, drummer who's cracked the top 10 in like eight or 9 years. There's been not an actual.
I mean, I know you're gonna be like, of course you say this, but like obviously the Jonas Brothers are still they're still a thing. Like they're still huge. And yes, they are a band. They play their own stuff. They have a backup band, but they are still like, I consider them my favorite band of all time, but like they still write their own music and they still tour pretty heavily. Mm-hmm. And
but even they haven't cracked the top 10. So
no, agreed. But I would say out of all bands right now, they're still the one. Like they're still the band of my generation. Like people my age are still like, oh my God, we gotta see the Jonas Brothers. Like
now, there are still. So we talk about all the time. There's tons of great bands out there. Now, David and I with Power Pop, those bands tend to be a little bit older and maybe not up your alley, just age-wise and things. But he's had a couple young bands playing this IPO festival, and there are a lot of young bands coming out of the UK, coming out of the Scandinavian countries. There's young bands here in the US, but you guys can be, because we say people have to really look hard to find them now because you can't find them anywhere. You said, you can't go to a festival because you want to go see this one band you really like and then see 5 other bands that you go, hey, they're actually pretty good. You guys don't see young bands at all, do you? I mean, there's not.
We were just
Simon Cowell tried.
Simon Cowell in the last 2 years or so, he came out with a statement that was like, we don't have any bands anymore. We don't have any boy bands. We don't have like the nostalgia of the early 2010s.
Like there's BTS, which is huge.
There's the Asian, Japanese K-pop thing that really took.
But he said he wanted.
He was like that. He doesn't think like that really resonates with like British people, like the UK and then the Americas. Sure. So he did do a TV show on Netflix that produced a really good boy band. They just released their first single. So this is us promoting December 10 on here. They are a One Direction. But I think Simon Cowell is trying to bring back the idea of a boy band and like just like the fun of a concert.
Well, I mean, I was never that much a fan of bands like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. You know, I get the fascination of a younger crowd, particularly female crowd that likes to see 4 or 5 good-looking guys doing dance moves and singing, doing the parts and things. Mm-hmm. I think that had its time. I'd be very surprised if that came back at all. Because radio just is not going to allow it, I don't think, and you don't see it anywhere else. You'd have to somehow find things on social media, and you'd have to do your work to find that as well. Mm-hmm. But there's still a lot of great stuff out there. I see things on YouTube all the time that I keep thinking I should just send this to Hannah, but I get cross it. It's a young band out of the UK that, you know, they're early 20s and they have a great sound. You know, like you remember how much you loved Jake Bugg there for a little while, and he kind of had his little moment and then disappeared. He's still recording and putting stuff out, but you just don't hear it, you know. Here's another question from Tyler. Do you guys like Olivia Rodrigo and Charlie XCX, who bridge rock and teen pop? Yeah.
Yep, I love Olivia Rodrigo.
Now, can I ask you this real question? Maybe Tyler chime in as well. Anytime I see a video of Olivia Rodrigo, they're not really worried too much about her song. More, the camera's focusing on what she's not even wearing, and it's more about her body and sexualizing everything. What is your take on that?
Well, I do like Olivia Rodrigo. I liked her first album. I thought it was good. It was catchy. I do think she's gone down a little bit of a sexualized path in the sense. I don't like Charlie XCX or whatever.
Maybe back in the day I liked her, but
she's like anyone that's kind of like that, I don't like.
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo has catchy music.
The 2 songs that she has out on her album so far, I'm obsessed with it. And Hannah doesn't like the new one that just came out, but that's
what I'm saying. I liked her original stuff.
I love that song so much, and it's like really relatable, and I just
I mean, I would put her in the same.
As a person, like I don't really follow her as a person that much, but like I like her music.
I would put her in the same cacategory as Sabrina Carpenter, who we do.
Sabrina.
We love Sabrina Carpenter. I think her music is just so catchy, and she actually can sing live. She's got a very good voice. But yes, I think I have a problem when it comes to young kids, girls, going to some of these shows and the outfits that are worn, the movements on stage. I do think at some point there needs to be a labeling on shows. Like I don't think a 10-year-old girl should be seeing Sabrina Carpenter. I'll be honest. Like I get it if you're a teenager, you're in your 20s, your 30s, whatever, and you want to go see her. That's great. But these artists are not for kids. I don't think Taylor Swift is for kids. Her music has gotten a lot more crude in a sense, and I don't think these girls are like, I guess I compare it to like when I looked up to Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana was very pure, very, covered up, just teeny bopper. These girls of this generation are not, because what sells is wearing no clothes. So that's just the way it is, I guess.
Well, and that's who is in the top 10 of the charts are these type of singers and things. And it's funny, me growing up, I'm an old fogey, but the music of the 60s, the lyrics, even what they wore was very innocent. Then even when you got into the 70s, you had the glam rock, they were all covered up. They just happened to be androgynous. The guys from Sweet would have lipstick and eye makeup. But that was just, to me, that was more of an innocent, fully covered up, strutting around type of a thing. And then even in the 80s, the new romantic, they were wearing really great outfits and things. But then the music turned into, it was more what people looked like and what they sounded like. And it'd be interesting if I could find unknown acts and just play for you guys like one track against the other and see which track you like better, you would listen to better, and then show whether it's a really hot looking woman without any dressed or a group of 40-year-old guys, and say, oh, we actually like that better because we don't know what they look like. I think first and foremost today, it's always about coming out of the gates, what they look like.
Yeah, and then that's not to say like Olivia and Sabrina aren't good performers, because they are. Then there are songs that they come out. I know Leah loves them. They can be very relatable to someone Leah's age, and they, I don't hate Olivia and Sabrina. I really don't. I hate Taylor Swift. I do not like anything she stands. No, I'm being so serious. Like,
is that
I
a
don't hate her, but
I
find her. I find the whole culture around her to be very disturbing. Like,
you used to be a huge fan.
Yes, but I also used to like her music when it was poppier, I guess. Now it's like, it's just weird. Like, it's weird. It's very electronic, and it's very, I mean, I've always thought she was so conceited, but now it's like to a whole nother level. I mean, her whole last album was called Life of a Showgirl, about like herself.
Yeah.
Like how amazing she is. And I just find like, I also think maybe like the 2013, 14, 15s, like I liked her. I did. I liked her music. Now everything sounds the exact same. She's got this cult following, which I understand because I love the Jonas Brothers. I'm in it too. But these people think that she is the greatest musician of all time. And I don't agree with that. I think, first of all, I don't think she can sing live. So I don't know, like, it's just like, she just seems like the worst human being.
It's just interesting to hear your perspective as a 31-year-old, as my daughter, knowing how you grew up and the things that you liked to hear. I mean, you were the only two kids in Haddonfield, New Jersey, listening to unknown Scandinavian bands like the Pendletones and Papillon and all that kind, because you heard it through me, and you guys would sing that stuff all the time. And of course, your friends never knew who the heck those bands were, but you got into your boy bands that you loved and this and that. It's interesting that, and I know Leah, she's got some country loves and country. I don't even know. Country's not even really what country used to mean anymore. Country's more pop oriented, until you get the real twang singers that put on the affectation of having grown up in Alabama when they really grew up in the Bronx. But things change, things get different. The music business now is not what it used to be. And David's coming back. Let's see what he's got to say. Stay right there, girls. David.
Hey, good to see Hannah. Is it Hannah and Leah here?
Yep.
Both. Okay, great. Well, let's do a little interview here with a couple of gentlemen from Lincoln,
Guys,
UK,
I'll put you down in the
just
queue.
played earlier. Mr. Magpie, you're on Material Issues with Mark Hershberger.
Hello, really? Hiya. Hi,
Mr. What was the name of the band again, Mr.?
Can't hear a thing he's saying.
The name of the
Mark,
band.
are you hearing me, or
Yeah.
did I lose you?
What was the name of the band again? What was the name of the band?
Those are big moments.
Well, it could come back.
You're there.
Have I lost you, Mark?
No, you're there. You're good.
Let me try to sign in again.
No, you're good.
Hello?
You're good. You're good.
What's going on?
You're good. I can hear you. I can hear you. You're good.
Not sure what's happening here, but let's try this again.
He'll be back. Girls, hang out. We'll be back with you for some Hannah and Leah sisters trivia. David won't be on here that long. He's just going to run around a little bit. Yeah, it's just very loud in the Cavern Club as Mr. Magpie. Thank you, Andy. I thought that's what they said, but I couldn't quite hear it. I wanted to make sure that they get their proper dues. Here's David.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey.
You got me now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
All right, so now we're going to get on a duo from Lincoln, UK, who played for us a little bit earlier. Some really cool pastoral pop, but as a duo, it's a little bit sparer than the album, which is fully arranged. You got Mr. Magpie on Material Issues.
Hello.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you. How was
Can you see us or can you hear us?
I can see and hear you fine. Yeah, you look great. You look great.
I probably look close to the phone because I'm trying to hear you.
Let's go. We'll go into the office. Into the back room. That'll be quieter.
Yeah, just ask them some questions and we can hear what they say. This is the Cavern Club in Liverpool, England. That's where David's doing IPO Liverpool right now. And it's a very loud place underground. So he's got a band that just played recently on stage called Mr. Magpie.
Hold that. All right, so
there we go.
Mark Hershberger, my podcast partner. This is Mr. Magpie.
Hi, Mark.
Mr. Magpie. Hey guys, can you hear me?
We can now. That's better.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Derbyshire in the UK.
I always love the sound of the places that you're from. Derbyshire. See, it sounds like a pudding that I should really like or something. But
well, it kind of is. Bakewell tart, Bakewell pudding. That's where we're from. These are
very
tart
nice.
puddings.
And you've got.
Where are you, Mark?
What's that?
And where are you?
I'm in South Jersey, just outside of Philadelphia on the East Coast.
Just south of North Jersey.
Yeah, just south of North Jersey. Yeah. You know, if you look at it that way, if we're spinning on the map, it could be west or east of it too. It's all good. But how many times have you guys played here at the festival? Did you do the main stage and then the Cavern Pub?
We did both. We did the Cavern Pub and the Cavern Club. Yeah.
How was the sound? Everything. I've been hearing from people that the sound is fantastic on the Cavern stage.
The sound in the club is today was probably the best we've had at the Cavern. The sound guy was spot on.
The guy called Tommy was
brilliant.
brilliant.
From the stage to make me sound like I was underwater and things like that. So
nice,
top notch.
Nice. And so David said you're playing as a duo here, but your album is a fully realized band situation. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are four normally.
Yeah. The two other guys in the band, one of the other songwriters and the drummer, they're both young dads, so they're quite busy with other things. So they couldn't make it, but we didn't want to miss a chance to be here, so we took things up and played as a duo. How many
albums do you have out? What are you sitting on right now?
As Mr. Magpie, we got 2 albums.
2 albums.
Yeah, The Magical World of Mr. Magpie and The Fever Dreams of Mr. Magpie.
Now, can these be found on Bandcamp and all the normal sites?
Absolutely, yeah, both on Bandcamp and all the streaming platforms. And the new album, The Fever Dreams of Mr. Magpie, we crowdfunded on vinyl, so that's
very nice.
You can pick that up at the Bandcamp page, and it comes with a zine and a lyric insert and all the things that make physical media great.
Wonderful. Well, there you go, everybody. If you're interested in Mr. Magpie, who are being interviewed live right now from Derbyshire. Did I say that right? Derbyshire?
Well done. Yeah, very good.
Very good. Check out their Bandcamp page. Look at Bandcamp. Search for Mr. Magpie. And we wish you guys the best. I hope you have a great rest of your final night at the Cavern. And give David a hug for me because I can't do it from South Jersey.
We're in Stockholm with him next weekend.
Oh,
as well.
Wonderful. So you're going over to Stockholm because they'll be doing IPO Stockholm next week. So enjoy the heck out of that. Yeah, indeed.
Will do. Thanks.
Have a great night, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I know online.
Oh, good. We got
There we go.
All right, so
Give you a big hug, David.
thanks so much. Mark, you there?
Yes, I am. That was great, Mr. Magpie.
All right, cool. Well, when we came back when we came back here after COVID, the first act that we had at IPO after COVID was a gentleman named Cal Ruddy, and now to this year he's the last act that we're going to have at International Pop Overthrow this year, and he happens to be right here. Cal, say hello. You're on Material Issues, my podcast with my
hello,
partner,
guys.
Mark Hershberger.
How are you doing, Mark?
Cal, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
I'm great, buddy. Really excited for the show, man.
Yes,
It's a
indeed.
pleasure to be here, invited by David again. So thank you to David for inviting me to play.
My pleasure.
And where is that accent from, Cal? Where do you come from?
So I'm a native to Liverpool. I'm from the Wirral on the other side of the river.
Yes, indeed.
I have Irish heritage, so there's a bit of a mix there going on, really. So yeah.
Yeah, I need subtitles underneath you sometimes. It's all good. It's all good. I can hear you just fine. You're going and close out the show tonight.
I'm closing out the show at midnight. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And just like I asked the guys from Mr. Magpie, anybody looking for Cal Ruddy, you've got a Bandcamp page. People can find you. Is that the best place?
You can find me on all social media at Cal Ruddy. So Facebook, Instagram, all that sort of stuff. All my records are online to purchase as well. So yeah.
Ah, fantastic. Well,
cheers, everyone. Thank you very much.
I hope you love it. I hope you kill it tonight.
Cheers, man. Cheers, David. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, so that was Cal, and we've got another band coming on shortly, a Liverpool band called Hush Tones. Yeah, it's really gone well over the 8 days.
Wonderful.
I am still very tired, but much more alert than I was opening night because jet lag is gone, more or less gone. I've adjusted to. It's much easier, by the way, and you may know this having been here before. But bye-bye, gentlemen. See you in Stockholm. That's right. Yeah, Mr. Magpie are playing in Stockholm as well for IPO. What was I going to say? Coming this way, jet lag doesn't last that long. I don't know if you remember that. And it probably wasn't as extreme for you, coming only 5 hours as opposed to 8.
Yeah, no, wasn't that bad.
But yeah, it's plus the lack of sleep. It took a couple of days to really adjust. I mean, I was absolutely completely knackered the first night. But now, I mean, there have been some nights where I've gotten some sleep. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we only, in quotes, go from 5 to after midnight. And the last couple of days, of course, we've gone from noon till about 1:30 a.m. But it's been great, and I'm now into the momentum of the whole thing. And while I may not be spontaneously articulate, I'm still with it enough to do this.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, cool.
So Hush Tones have 2 ladies in the band, right? And I said, this is going to be really great harmony stuff. I have a feeling.
Nice.
I'm David. I'm the host of the festival.
By the way.
And what's your name?
Martha.
Martha, nice to meet you. Thank you.
Andy Hartley's checking in. He said he had a brilliant few days with Searching for Sylvia. The sound's been great, and the attendance has been great.
It really has. We've been blessed this time, and already looking forward to doing it again next year. Although we've still got Stockholm this year and Glasgow.
Yeah.
We'll be in Milan, as I mentioned to you, maybe not on the show, but in private. As I mentioned to you last time we spoke, we'll be in Milan for a few days vacation where it's going to be freaking hot.
Right.
And then we'll be in Stockholm for 2 days of IPO and a few more of record shopping. I cannot wait to get back to Nostalgia Palazzo. I'd be shocked if I walk out of there with nothing. And a few other really good Stockholm record stores.
Yeah.
Then we'll be heading directly to Glasgow from Stockholm. We'll get in a day early. And we've got IPO there from June 11th through 13th. The IPO CD collection is going pretty well. We're not full yet, but I'm going to make a major push starting tomorrow, actually. We'll have 16 days till deadline. So I think that should be enough to get the number of tracks that we need to fill it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to go back on. Well, let me see if I can coordinate this a little bit better to where. Never mind. You know what? Let's let the people get a taste of a little bit of a line check here, and then I'll introduce them in it.
All right, cool.
I'm going to go on stage right now.
Hannah, Leah, you're down in the queue. If you need to
And
go get something to drink or eat or hang out, just stay on. I'll keep you in the queue. We'll bring you back up when he's finished.
Oh, that was empty. You'll be able to now get a taste of what it's like to line check a band. Although I don't know, the sound engineer is somewhere. Oh, there he is. Our sound engineer, Dom. He's great.
David's currently live on the backstage at the Cavern Club in Liverpool. And I'm just describing where you're at, David. You're at the backstage. They put up what they do is they put up like it's like a projection of the original brick back of the cavern. So it's very cool. You see the word Queen right there. You see a couple of bands written on the projection. And what happens is, I guess tonight I don't know. How many bands did you have tonight, David? If you can hear me, maybe you can't. On a night like tonight from like 5 to midnight, he probably has 8 bands playing, and they play for 25 minutes. Then there's a 10 or 15 minute changeover. And then the next band comes on that goes on all night long. Not only here, but across the street at the Cavern Club. So there's 2 venues with bands going on all the time, which is a lot of bands all the time. And I remember the first year I went over, there were 4 clubs that had bands going on, and 225 bands in a week period. Yeah, look at that.
I don't know if you saw what I'm seeing, but hopefully you did.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. We'll talk
Show us
about
around.
later. Okay, we're gonna get ready.
We're tired of looking at your face. Show us the band members.
Okay, all the drums, please. Full drum. Full drum kit, please.
David sitting in front of the drums at the backstage at the Cavern Club. That's actually a really good picture right there. Someone screenshot that.
Can you hear me?
You see written on the wall the Rolling Stones there, the Swinging Blue Jeans, Aaron's Flamingos, Pathfinders, Billy J. Kramer, the Dakotas. I've met Billy J. Kramer a couple times. Yeah, all kinds of things going on. I haven't really, David didn't talk about his outfit, but he's got like he's got a cool jacket on tonight, and of course his bling is showing.
Yeah.
He's got his Cavern Club backstage pass. Very cool looking. This was like when they're sound checking and getting ready. There we go.
Stand down the tiniest bit for us, please, mate. Yeah.
Oh, Andy said there were 17 bands playing tonight. Each band plays 30 minutes. There you go. 17 bands at the Cavern tonight. Thanks, Andy. Andy's actually there probably. Or...
Just down the touch as well, please, mate. Thanks.
Oh, there we go. There's a couple of views from behind.
No, like loud pedals or anything. No. Just let us hear that one. All right, can I get the other guitar again, please, mate?
I'm going to be announcing them. Don't worry about it.
Can I get the first guitar again, please?
Sorry about that.
Can I get the guitar, please?
Go.
I can see it says the t-shirt says Beatles something.
And then just vocal 1, 2, please.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2.
If we got any palm readers out there, we could read David's palm.
Yeah. Drummer, can you hear all that? Yeah. So just.
David's on his final night of 8 nights at the Cavern, IPO International Pop Overthrow Liverpool.
All right.
From here, he goes on to Stockholm and.
All right, thank you so much
go.
for being here. You're at the International Pop Overthrow Music Festival, year number 22 for us at the Cavern Club and Cavern Pub right here in beautiful Liverpool. I want to thank everyone at the Cavern for having us back. Bill, Dave, John, Fran, the whole crew. We're really honored to be even a small part of this famous club, the most famous club in the world, their history. We still have lots more to go for you tonight, so please stick around. And while we have bands from all over the world, that certainly includes right here in Liverpool. I heard this band online. I was so impressed by their vocal blend and their rock and their melodies, and I know you're really going to dig them too. Would you please give a huge welcome to Hush Tones?
Hush Tones, that's what they're called. Oh, Andy says he's back home.
All right, we're going to go out and get a little taste of Hush Tones. Hold on.
Hush Tones, all right. Live from the Cavern Club.
Follow me, people.
Backstage. Hush Tones, I can hear them already. What you're hearing is, you're like, what? Hard to hear it, but it's probably because it's just too much for the phone to handle. Sounds great. The Hush Tones from Liverpool. Yeah, my daughter had sent me a message here asking if David picks out the bands that play and does he research the bands. Yes. Yeah, I think there's 185 bands playing, and Andy could let me know if I'm right or wrong with that this week. David researches, and Rena, his wife Rena, researches every single band, listens to every band that sends in music and asks to play the festival. Yeah, these aren't just randomly picked bands. These are bands that are going to be in the genre, and he listens to them all. He picks them out himself. My daughters will be back in a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of hard, Andy, to hear it really clearly because I think it's just overpowering the cell phone microphone. But from what I can hear, they do sound really good. The Hush Tones out of Liverpool. I'm sure they've got a Bandcamp page too. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, that was really good.
All right, that was Hush Tones. I'm going to leave now and take a video of them. I'll be back.
All right, let's get my daughters back in the stage here. Wow, so David was all over the place.
Yeah.
No, he does. He picks out all the bands playing all the festivals, listens to everything. His wife Rena helps out quite a lot with listening to CD submissions and
Great.
So, yeah, they're not just like, well, I hope they're good. Put them on stage now. He hears
kind of good.
Yeah. Sip of Milk was great.
Oh, Hannah and Leah on your family road trips. Who controlled the music?
Not me.
Well,
Well, if it's just us two, we go back and forth. But Hannah has a lot of songs on her phone, so we just usually just shuffle all of her music. But if it was like us three, we just listen. I don't know.
We play a game a
radio.
lot. We play that game a lot.
Yeah, on the radio. We would.
Yeah, I was just thinking in my head. What was that game we played? We would tune to.
Guess the song.
It was like the Spectrum radio, something that had all genres or something.
Serious.
And we'd cover up the Sirius XM display. No, we would go from channel 1 all the way through channel 100. So it was anything.
Yep.
So we'd cover up the display, we'd turn the channel, and first one who could answer.
Yeah.
And what was that?
Yeah, I
one?
knew you were gonna say that. Flowers make.
Yeah, the S word.
Shit make the flowers grow. Or
Yeah, that's it.
We didn't listen to a song, and
makes
none of
the
us.
garden grow or flowers.
And we didn't know
No,
what
I think
it was.
flowers because it always reminded. Like I can remember it because I remember the word flowers.
Okay.
Okay.
Right?
We
Isn't it?
uncovered it, not knowing what the hell it was, and it was like
Dad laughed so hard at that
shit
song.
makes the flowers grow or something. It was, and then whoever could get one right, and many times I'd win because I'm older, but I'd have 8 points, and Hannah would have 3, and Leah would have 1, and that's like a total of 12 points out of 100 stations. Because we ran into jazz stations and easy everything.
But when in doubt, Dad guessed fish.
Yeah, fish.
And that was right more times than not.
And we'd fight over like who would say the buzzer first. We'd be like,
Yeah.
no, I did it. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But,
yeah, we still play that game.
That's funny. But now, as I was telling you guys, the people that are listening to the show, you know, I'm a big Scandinavian pop fan, especially the sounds of the early 90s when that was really booming with the harmony bands and bands like Pogo Pops and Pendletones and Beagle and all that kind of stuff. I played that nonstop in the car, and you guys could sing all those songs, Still can't believe you kissed me. You made me so confused, right?
Yep.
So, speaking of great Scandinavian pop artists, hi, doggies. That's their Chihuahua mixes, Zane and Nova, and I've got, of course, 2 Chihuahua mixes myself in Ches and Audie. So we've got 4 of them between us. But Leah hit the mute button. What are they barking at, Leah?
Our neighbor is trimming his hedges outside.
Oh, great.
Yeah, of course. And Hannah's blocking the blinds.
Yeah, the dog's a music critic. Yeah, I started singing, and he started screaming at me.
Yeah, and Nova was like, no.
Nah, it was always good. But by the way, this if anybody's listening is in the New Jersey area, this upcoming Saturday, which is the 6th, up at Randy Now's Man Cave in Hightstown, New Jersey, Palmyra Del Ran and the Doppelgang are playing. My good friend Palmyra Del Ran, the Sirius XM DJ. She's playing, and opening up will be Vivica Sagastad and her band. So I'm going to go up there to see Vivica and Palmyra play at Randy Now's Man Cave in Hightstown. So if you're in New Jersey, get your ticket online. It's a small venue. I mean, really small. It's a record shop. So to see Viv and her band, which features Ken Fox of the Flesh Tones, and then of course to see Palmyra play with the Doppelgang, it's going to be a great show on Saturday. I'll be up there as well. But hey, right now, before the girls get too hungry, we have to have a sisters trivia and see if Leah can redeem herself. I've got all the cards right here. Now, last week I just went like question by question by question by question on one card. I think the easier questions were number 1 on every card. So I'm just going to always ask the first question.
Okay, that is not fair at all then.
Why is that?
That would be all of Hannah's.
Well, no. I'm going to, you'll both get the number 1
I'm
question.
saying like last time it wasn't fair. That's not. You literally just said all the easy questions. That was all Hannah.
Well, it just happened to work out that way. All right.
Chat.
All right. All right. Leah, since you lost last week, I think it was 10-7. Right?
That's not bad.
That's a Disney code.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, this comes from the game. I should have known that. And these are questions that you should know. So I'm just gonna shuffle the deck, and we're just gonna go with the number one question from each card, and we'll go from there. And since Leah, since you lost, you get the first crack at it and see if you can take an early lead. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. Question number one for Leah. What is the last name of Sylvester Stallone's character in Rocky? Rocky
Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's a long last name. You don't remember?
I don't know the last name, to be honest. Sorry.
No, it was Rocky Balboa.
Balboa, Leah.
Rocky Balboa.
Okay.
You didn't know that of all the Rocky movies?
No.
All right, Han, you're up. See if you can get on the scoreboard first. In what field is a sommelier an expert?
Okay. Wine.
Hannah's got a point with
No,
wine.
no, sorry.
That one was easy.
You should have gotten Rocky Balboa, okay?
No, I shouldn't have.
You should have. All right, Leah, you're up. Here we go. Get on the board. What boxer, nicknamed the Real Deal, had a section of his ear bitten off by Mike Tyson in 1997?
Oh, I don't know.
What boxer got his ear bitten off by Mike Tyson in a boxing match?
I thought you were going to say who did it. I knew it was Mike Tyson, but I don't know who.
Mm-mm.
Do you remember who? Yep. His name was Evander Holyfield.
She wouldn't. I wouldn't get that.
All right, Hannah's up 1-0. You go, Han. On a QWERTY computer keyboard, the QWERTY, what letter is to the right of B?
Of what?
B. On a keyboard, what's to the right of B?
Of B.
You're gonna look at it right now, make sure. Yeah, it's true.
D.
Nope, it's N.
I would never know that. Yeah.
All right, Leah, you can tie it up with this. What is the tower attached to a mosque from which Muslims call the faithful to pray called?
I don't know.
I don't know it either.
Okay.
Minaret.
Oh.
Minaret. Well,
that was easy.
I wouldn't have known that either. I would not know that. All right. And what company released the game console Wii?
Nintendo.
Nintendo. Hannah's got Leah. Look at Leah. Hannah's got 2 points. 2-0 in a race to 10. Leah, what happens if you select text and press Control-C on your keyboard?
You copied it.
Leah gets on the board.
Well,
You
Leah
have
got a
copied it.
point.
Of course, Leah does a lot with computers and graphics and work. All right. Hannah, you're up 2-1, race to 10. What are the streets that run north-south in Manhattan called? The north-south streets are called something.
Oh, they're called something?
Mm-hmm. They're not streets.
They're the numbered streets.
They are avenues. Fifth Avenue.
Oh.
All right, Leah, tied up right here. What are the colors of Italy's flag?
You got this.
Okay. Red, white, and green.
1 point for Leah.
Are you sure?
Race to 10. 2-2 right now. Hannah, how many cents are there in €1?
Oh, God, I have no idea. How many cents are in €1?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1,000.
100. You were 1-0 too many.
Oh, was that sure?
All right, Leah. What is China's largest city?
You got this. Let's go.
China.
Beijing.
No, it's Shanghai. Good guess,
Close.
though. Good guess.
Close.
All right, it's all tied up at 2. Hannah, what is Greece called in Greek? The Greeks don't call it Greece. They call it.
It's like. No, I don't. It's not called Greece. It's Grete or something.
It is called Hellas. H-E-L-L-A-S.
Good.
We're still tied up at 2. Leah, does the Statue of Liberty hold the torch in her left or her right hand?
Oh, I think I'm gonna go with right.
Leah takes the lead with 3. She got that right. 3-2.
I would have.
I thought of Miss Congeniality.
Sisters trivia. Leah has come back. She's taking a 3-2 lead. She lost last week 10-7, which wasn't bad at all. Hannah, how many pieces does each player have at the start of a chess game?
I have literally no idea. I have never played chess. 14.
Oh, you're so close. 16.
Did you know that?
No.
All right, Leah, here we go. Take a commanding lead. What color is formed by mixing blue and yellow?
Are you serious?
Green.
Yeah, look at Leah. Leah's out to a 4-2 lead.
Kindergarten there. Kindergarten
Blue.
knowledge.
All right, hand. Here we go. Turn it around. What one thing does a koala's diet mainly consist of? What do koalas eat all the time? You should see that on animal shows.
Koala?
Koala
like
bear.
Lettuce or cabbage?
No. If you're going down that road, you're completely lost. It's eucalyptus leaves.
I literally wouldn't have guessed that if my life depended on it.
I thought what you thought.
Right?
Yeah.
These are things you should know. You should know that, right?
Yeah.
All right, Leah. What is the largest city in South America by population? And it's not Beijing.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
They would have
Didn't
never.
even come to my mind.
Leah's still leading 4-2. Hannah, who married Prince William on April 29th, 2011?
Kate.
I'll give it to you. It's Kate. It's Kate Middleton, but it's Kate.
Middleton.
Right.
Hannah
picks up a point. It's 4-3. Leah's still in the lead. Leah, how many legs does an ant have?
You should know this.
You know it? Let's just say 6.
Yes, you got it. Leah, with a good guess at 6, takes a 5-3 lead in a race to 10. Hannah, who was nicknamed Old Blue Eyes? He was a singer. I'll give you that. A singer.
He was a singer?
A singer.
He
was a singer.
That was
Old
a big
Blue
hit.
Eyes.
That was a big hit.
Do you know?
No.
Old Blue Eyes.
Yeah, well.
Would I know this?
Well, yeah, you should. Being from New Jersey and, you know.
Okay. Now we're giving hints, Dad.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen.
No, he always did it his way or my way. Frank Sinatra. Old Blue Eyes.
My way.
Old Blue Eyes, Hoboken, New Jersey. All right, Leah, you're up 5-3. Who said the magical phrase, open sesame?
Do you know?
Give me a second to think. Yes, I could think.
I love when Leah.
Houdini?
What's that?
Houdini?
I love when Leah looks at you, Hannah, and goes, do you know?
I don't know. Houdini?
No, it's Alibaba. Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Open sesame. That's literature, Han. Should have known that.
Yeah.
All right, Hannah, here you go. Close the gap. On what day do Christians remember the crucifixion of Jesus?
The crucifixion?
What day do we celebrate and remember the crucifixion of Jesus? Because we are Christian.
Oh, Christmas. It's Christmas.
It is not. It's Good Friday.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like Easter time.
Man, you better get back to. All right, Leah.
I knew that one. Like, my bad.
Leah, how many ribs do humans have?
Oh,
you got this.
I don't. I don't know.
Are you trying to count right now? No, it's 24. You got 24 ribs.
Leah, you got a little more than 8.
I don't know.
Hannah, which element has the chemical symbol Fe?
Iron.
Iron. Hannah closes the gap. It's 5-4. Leah's still in the lead.
That's really great, Leah, but I got it.
All right, Leah. Daisies and brownies are the first 2 membership levels of what organization?
Girl Scouts.
Hey, Leah comes right back, taking a 6-4 lead.
Never
All
got
right.
to Girl Scout.
Yes, I
On
was
a
a girl.
race,
Yes.
on a race to 10, sisters trivia. Leah up 6-4. Hannah, what is the name of Super Mario's brother in the video game Super Mario Brothers?
Luigi.
Oh, Hannah got it. Closes the gap to 6-5. It is Luigi. Yeah. Luigi.
Better than the average guy.
You remember that? You remember that Sexy Heroes song, huh?
God, I know the whole song. Yeah.
Oh wow,
I love that song.
it's crazy. All right, Leah, you're up 6-5. Here we go. What symbol does Batman have on his chest? What's on Batman's chest?
A bat.
You got it. It's a bat. Leah's up.
Just bat.
Well, like that's a weird question.
Leah's up 7-5 in the race to 10. Here you go, Hannah. Stay in it. What does someone with acrophobia fear?
Spiders.
No, it's a fear of heights. Acrophobia, fear of heights.
Nah.
All right, Leah, here we go. You're up 7-5. Race to 10. Are there wild polar bears in Sweden?
Yeah.
No, there are not.
Oh, okay.
7-5. Race to 10. Hannah's up. What do you call authors who write books published under the name of another person?
A ghostwriter.
Ghostwriter. Hannah closes it to 7-6. Good one, Han. Yeah, clicking the fingers. Here you go, Leah. In what year did the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center in New York take place?
2001.
There you go.
Oh, Leah, pulling back ahead to 8-6. Race to 10. Hannah, in what country is the city of Acapulco located? Acapulco.
Geography's not my strong suit.
Acapulco.
Come on, really?
Go ahead.
Acapulco, Mexico.
You got it. You were just in Cancun, right next to Acapulco. Don't know how you could have missed that. You probably passed it on your way to the hotel. All right, it's 8-7. Race to 10. Leah's still up by 1. Leah, what does the acronym DIY stand for?
Are you serious?
Do it yourself.
Nice.
God, you
Leah.
better give me an easy one like that.
That's all you have.
I'm going with the number 1 question on top of every card, so I can't pick and choose. It's just what it is. Leah's up 9-7. So you could turn the whole thing around from last week. Hannah, what are the physical remains and effects of a saint called when preserved as a memorial? Physical remains of a saint. What are they called when they preserve them as a memorial?
You got it.
You know that? You don't. Physical. Dad, see, this isn't right. She got what's DIY and then get what's the physical remains of the saint.
Completely random. I'm not choosing. I'm just going with the first question from the card.
The physical remains
It's a wonderful
of a
game.
saint.
I should have known that. Yeah.
The physical remains of a saint is entombment.
It's a relic. It's a relic. Leah, if you answer this next question right, you win the race to 10. You win this week.
I swear to God.
And it would be the same score as Hannah beat you last week.
What does LOL mean?
Probably. Here we go. First question on this card. What is the Indian Hindi language film industry known as? The Indian Hindi language film industry, what is it known as?
I can't think of the name. Bollywood.
Leah takes the game with Bollywood. She turned it around from last week and has beaten Hannah 10-7. It's now one trivia win to 1. Hannah and Leah. Oh, guys, it's been great having you on the show. Thank you for hanging out with me while David's traipsing around Liverpool in the cavern and doing his thing. He supposedly will be back on in a little bit. Tyler says, "Congrats, Leah." There you go.
Thank you.
You got a fan base here.
Physical remains of the saint.
They're a relic, but yeah, guys. I hope you have a great week coming up.
Thanks, Deb.
lot of things going on. We're all busy, but hope you're happy and healthy, and we'll talk to you really soon. Okay.
Sounds good.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there's my girls, Hannah and Leah. They live in Orlando. Hannah works from home, works for Annie Mac up here in out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey, but she can work from anywhere. She is engaged and will be moving to Tennessee this summer with her fiance, for looking forward to a wedding in October 2027. And Leah, who works as a social media director of a dental company down in Orlando, but she also works for Disney, and she works for the Orlando Magic in the facility that the Magic is in. Not only Magic Games, which their season's over now, but concerts and things. So, and Hannah does work for SeaWorld. So they both keep themselves very, very busy, and I'm very proud of everything that they do. They've been down in Orlando for a few years. They've got 2 wonderful dogs. I do miss them. It is 1,000 miles away from New Jersey, but Hannah will be up. Oh, I did want to mention Hannah will be up next week, not this upcoming week, but the following week after that, because let me get the date correct here. If you're in South Jersey, Philadelphia area, let me check that. I just want to check out my calendar here. Discard. Sorry. Next, it's a Wednesday, June 10th. Wednesday, June 10th at Reunion Hall. Oh, David's there. Let's get back to David here.
Rena's chasing you. Where's Rena? Come on, honey.
There we go.
That was really amazing. I'm going to call them the Fleetwood Mac of Liverpool. Thank you. That's how good they really are. Give it up one more time for Hush Tones, everyone. We do international pop overthrow in 10 different cities around the world. Liverpool, of course, being our favorite. It's the Cavern Club, and it's Liverpool. But we do it in so many cities. It takes a lot of work, let me tell you something, to organize all these festivals, to find all these bands, because bands aren't that proactive anymore. We have to find them. I think we may be the only event that goes out of our way to find the best possible talent. And I think we've done a nice job, but there is no way I could do practically any of this without the help of my wonderful wife, Rena. Let me tell you something about her. She's an aerospace engineer during the day. She's a certified genius, and that's an intense job. I don't see her at her work, but I know how much work she does. And yet she still has enough energy and passion to help me find bands and put up the stuff on our website, because I'm too lame to do it myself. I love you, honey. Thank you. All right, well, we have 3 more amazing bands coming up for you at International Pop Overthrow. And up next, all right, now I got their name. I was thrown off. Up next, we have a band who's played our festival several times. They got some great 60s inspired pop. The Stoke Bear Hill Town Band, up next. All right, let's see if we can get, I'm doing my podcast, Material Issues, live right now. Let's do an interview if you're up for it. Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk to you about that too. Just say hi before you sell the merch. Hello. Which member of the band are you right now?
Mick. I am Mick from the band.
That's right. You getting this, Mark?
Yes. Is this the Hush Tones?
Right, this is Mick from Hush Tones, who were amazing.
Outstanding. Yes.
Hello, Mark.
What we could hear online was great. It really sounded great.
Oh, yeah. You were there, were you?
Yeah, well, David was showing it online on the podcast live via his phone.
Oh, great.
And we got some good comments coming through online, and people are checking it out. So obviously you've got.
We'd be interested to see him. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm really struggling to hear you because my
That's all right.
ears are ringing, you know, after coming off there.
I know. It's all good. But we'll make sure everybody checks out the Hush Tones on Bandcamp and wherever they can find you. It's a very cool sound.
Thank you, man.
Do you have an album out to talk about? Do you have a release out album? From
Yeah,
Hush
there's an
Tones?
album out now. Most of that stuff was new, but there's a record out. Then there's a couple of albums you can get a hold of if you wanted to listen to us. Hello.
Very good.
You all right? Yeah. I'm
All right. We're gonna let Nick go and sell some merchandise. That's a big thing.
Sure.
See if we can get somebody else in the band on. Hi, Caitlin. This is Caitlin from Hush Tones. You're on Material Issues, my podcast.
Well, hello, Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin.
Hello.
How was the show? Yes, everything was great. You sounded fantastic. We could watch it online. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'm digging the sound. I'm digging the Hush Tone sound, and I want to get my hand on the album.
Thank you.
Yeah, indeed. Very, very good.
It's
Yeah,
nice
really
to
loved
speak
it.
to you.
You too.
Yeah, they really impressed me. I mean, yeah, I heard their stuff online. I knew it was good, but I didn't expect it to be that good.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get another band to come on an interview. Gentlemen, you want to come into the back room so we can do a little interview?
David's at the Cavern Club in Liverpool, England. That's where he's at right now. The final night of IPO Liverpool.
See, all right, we got a little space here, so. All right, we've got they're from everywhere now. Detroit, Florida, and Kentucky. We've got the Incurables for you.
Hello.
The Incurables. Hey, nice to see you.
Welcome to Liverpool.
Yes, indeed. I wish I was
Actually,
actually
Mark's
there.
been to Liverpool. He came to IPO a bunch of years ago, and had a little accident after eating an old spoiled egg salad sandwich. He was here. He got sick. He was running to the men's room. Never made it. Banged right headfirst into the wall right there. It's now the Mark Hershberger Memorial Wall.
You'll see the dent right there. You'll see it. Yeah. You see the dent.
It's awesome.
Nice.
We haven't had that accident yet. We have run to the bathroom a couple of times, but haven't hurt ourselves in the way. Oh my! We so much love it here. What a great town! Yes. What a great festival!
It really is.
It's so amazing. We, as much as it is a dream to come and play here at the Cavern, we've also equally the people that we've met here and the friends we've made along the way. And the last few times we played here now, it's just been amazing. And it's including you. This was actually the first time we met you. Coming all the way from the U.S. to play here in Liverpool.
Was this the first time?
This was the first time.
It wasn't Chicago, or
no?
All
First time was here. Supposed to play in Detroit, but COVID kind of messed that up.
Yeah, it's messed up.
I think the second time might have been in Toronto. So
that's true.
It took us 3 shows before we met you in the U.S.
Yeah, no, they've come all over the place to play. We need to get you out to L.A. You haven't done that yet.
You're doing 27 years now in L.A.?
Yeah, I was there 27. That's where I started. That's where I live. So 1998, yeah.
You were barely born in that. I highly doubt that. In dog years.
Yeah. Right. It's like Pat said, I mean, the amazing music that you see. I mean, every artist comes up, it's like just great music after great music,
And David, I said it to you the other day. I'm so honored and proud because you clearly have such an incredible ear for music to include us in this grouping. It's like I'm not sure how we got here, but we still we so much love it.
Yeah, we say, everything you do. I know it's got that, like you said, that's got to be a lot of work.
We're exhausted. I can't imagine how
without Rena, I could never do it. Believe me. Yeah.
And I'm grateful because I do know several people here in town just having visited my own.
and to get the support from my local friends here when we do come over, and for them to take the time out to do it and visit, it's great.
Yeah, it's like it's like a second home to all of us now. I mean, this the friends we've met, and the people we've met, and the places we've seen here. It's just like we feel at home.
And some of it we can talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, good on you. I'm glad you had a great time and a great set. Yeah.
Obviously, where it all started. With many musicians, most of the musicians I think you see here.
Yeah. And we hope you keep doing this for many, many.
So do I, believe me.
Many cities and countries that we saw. Yeah. I don't know if we'll do the full like the one the other artists that said it.
Oh, Dave Reed. 50 in a row.
I don't think we can pull it off, but we talked about following you from city to city, but I don't know. I can do 4 years in a row. We did, right?
Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't even think he'd do the first year, and then he just kept coming. Insane.
Yeah,
He doesn't even ask them.
For 4 years, that was his life.
All right, well, gentlemen, I'm actually gonna sign off now for the night. I'll check in with you later, but yeah, it's been great, and I'm glad this worked out this week.
Yep. Yeah. Tell I saw Jeremy there. Tell Jeremy I said hi.
If he's still here, I will.
All right. Be good, David.
All
be
right,
good.
all right, Mark. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Mark.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Good on you. Good night, everybody from Liverpool. David's from Liverpool, live at the Cavern. Oh, fantastic! Really good stuff. I'm glad it worked out tonight. Last week, David was a little jet lagged and couldn't really do too much. But tonight, a number of band interviews, some shots from the stage introducing bands, some shots from the crowd watching some bands. It's his 21st year at the Cavern Club, and I did show this earlier. David does have his own brick. I know that almost looks like something you could buy in a gift shop there. The Wall of Fame, but no, David's brick is actually there. He just has his commemorative brick, but right there where his hand is, it says David Bash IPO Festival. It's right above Stephen Van Zandt, right next to Clem Burke of Blondie. He's got a brick, and congratulations to him. This is his 21st year in a row of doing International Pop Overthrow at the Cavern Club, Liverpool, England, and of course tonight we did it live a little bit. We played many thanks to Hannah and Leah, my daughters out of Orlando, for coming on and talking about some of their favorite young bands and bands in general, music in general, and playing Sisters Trivia. David will move on next week to on the 7th, which will be Sunday night. Not sure what we're going to do. We might do something live from Stockholm. We might do it earlier from his hotel room. Maybe we'll do it from another place in Stockholm or from IPO Stockholm. Not really sure of the plan, but we'll let you know next Friday, and we'll keep you up to date. Andy says they're right though. There's an incredible sense of community at IPO Liverpool. Love playing there. Absolutely, Andy. I've been there a couple times, and it's just a blast on Matthew Street. It's a blast in the the venues, but just walking all over Liverpool. Just had such a great time down at the Albert Dock, all through the center of town. Of course, doing all the Beatle-related sites from the Jacaranda to Strawberry Fields to everything. Just a real kick of a time. And if you can ever get there during the IPO week, want to take a vacation, I highly recommend it. I want to jump back to Tyler if you're still on. My thoughts on the new Greenberry Woods album. I know it exists. I have not heard it yet, so I can't give you an opinion. I'm going to say it's probably fantastic, knowing the Greenberry Woods. How could it not be? But if it's one of your favorites of 2026, then I'm probably on the right track with that. But that's on my list to get to and listen to. Obviously, I got so many things bogging down my get to list. But Greenberry Woods, can't wait to listen to that. But speaking of listening to stuff, so next week, the 7th of June, not sure what's happening. We'll be here probably doing something of some fashion, but there's no guest book because David's going to be in Stockholm, IPO Stockholm. The week after that, on the 14th, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are going to have most likely all four. That's 8. I should go like this. 4. All 4 Jelly Bricks The Jelly Bricks are going to be on the show June 14th. Yes, they were a Pop Detective record artist. They went on to be signed by Wicked Cool and Little Steven Van Zandt, his label. They've released a number of things on there. They've had a number of coolest songs in the world on his label, besides the Rock and Roll Suicide on Pop Detective. They just recently got off the Underground Garage cruise, playing on the cruise ship with tons of great artists. I'm sure they can talk to us all about that. But looking forward to my good friends, the Jelly Bricks, on the 14th. Following up on the 21st, one of the all-time classic. I know they call them power pop, but some bands like the moniker, some don't. But as far as describing them and what we love so much, they're one of the greats. And Gary Klebe of the Shoes will be on the show, and he's got a new solo album out called Out Loud. Just listening to that yesterday, and it is fantastic. And if you're a fan of the Shoes and good power pop, Out Loud's a great new CD from Gary Klebe of the Shoes, and he'll be on 8 p.m. Eastern on June 21st. Then on the 28th, we shift gears a little bit and do something a little bit different. It's going to be an 8 p.m. show as well, but normally we have artists, musicians, bands, actors, celebrities, athletes, some pop culture people when we get our interviews. But we're going to actually have a venue owner, the venue that David uses for IPO Chicago, the Montrose Saloon. We're going to have the owner of that place, Eric Cheel, on the show. And it's going to be an interesting conversation because he's going to talk about how different it's been over the years to book touring bands and acts and be a club owner nowadays. And we're going to get a neat perspective on owning a club and booking bands from Eric Cheel on June 28th at 8 p.m. We follow that July 5th. We're rocking into July now. July 5th, the day after Independence Day, we're going to have another Beach Boys book author. This will be our third Beach Boys author on our show in the last 5 years. But Mr. David Beard has a great new book out all summer long on the Beach Boys. And you got an advanced copy, read it. And if you're a Beach Boys fan, you're going to love it. So we're going to get his take on why he did the book and how he did it and everything behind the making of All Summer Long, new Beach Boys book by David Beard on July 5th at 8 p.m. Then on July 12th and 19th, we don't have anything booked. I'm sure one of those, if not both, will be dedicated to playing brand new music from new artists. I know David will be loading up with tons of CDs and things from IPO Liverpool. I mean, the bands we just saw tonight, I'm sure there's going to be available, and we'll be playing some music. So I'm going to say on July 12th and 19th, we're probably going to be playing a lot of new music. If we book a guest on one of those two nights or both of them, we'll let you know. That's why you should go to materialissues.com and subscribe to the YouTube page. We really would appreciate it. It's running across the bottom of the page right now, but it doesn't cost you anything. Just subscribe and get a notification that it's on live or it's happening. And then on the Facebook group, Material Issues Facebook group, David posts usually on Fridays about what's coming up on Sunday. So if you get that one post via that group, if you join that group on Facebook, he'll let you know and you'll know to tune in. So please do that. And then the final thing we have, hi, Audie, my little chihuahua came running in here. Hi, I'm almost finished, buddy. Yeah, we're going to go outside. July 26th, we've got another guest booked. So we're running into almost August now, but my very, very good friend, Willie Wisely, is going to be on the show. He has released a number of great albums. You know, he plays with his Willie Wisely jazz trio, but his pop stuff was some of my favorite. And he's got a 30th anniversary of his album She, which is just killer pop album. And he's released it on vinyl. You can find that through Bandcamp as well, Willie Wisely. And he's got a number of different levels of the vinyl, and you can get the basic gatefold. Then there's other levels where there's all kinds of neat stuff involved. So he'll be talking about his career and the new release of She, 30th anniversary on vinyl. Willie Wisely on July 26th. But that's what we know for now. Another great episode in the books for this evening, episode number 258, featuring David Bash live at the Cavern in Liverpool. Everybody, thanks for joining us. Tyler, great to see you on here. Andy, always great to see you. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate it. We appreciate you hanging out here with all of our friends that join us. So it's a lot of fun. I dig it. We've been doing it for 258 episodes now. Hopefully we can keep it going for many, many more episodes to come, because I think it's important to archive a lot of these musicians' stories, for all time. Some people haven't been interviewed in a long time, and I just love doing it. I love getting the backstory at all. Thank you, Andy. Cheers to you too. So we'll see everybody. We'll see everybody next week, next Sunday. Let's just say from 8 o'clock, but it could be earlier. So stay tuned. We'll let you know. But have a great night, everybody. Enjoy. Mark, Pop Detective, Material Issues, out.